What up, fam? And welcome back to our channel. I'm Dale.
And I'm Jazz.
And before we get into much today, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when we drop good eats like these. Welcome back. It's such a treat. Great play, fam. Come on, let's eat. Shall we pray? Father God, we thank you for everyone that's joining us today. We thank you for fortitude, because even things that are soft can become hardened over time. So we thank you for strength in the most tough and difficult times, as well as in the... Thank you for consenting. In your son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. What in the world? What is that?
I don't know.
That was great. The back porch is right there, and we already had a cat coming up on the back porch. So I really thought it was a real dog for a second. I was not trying to laugh. I was like, it was so soft. I was not thinking that was the phone. I really thought it was the dog outside. I'm like, what the? Anyway,
what do we have on the menu today?
Sausage, rice, cucumbers, snow crabs. That's it. That's all.
The construction workers is writing on the walls.
Oh, some. How y'all doing? What y'all eating on? Let us know down below. We're gonna get to eating.
We've got a lot of new family members. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all could be anywhere on these YouTube streets, but you chose to be here with us, and for that we truly do appreciate you.
Oh, yes we do. Happy holidays.
From us to you, thank you for being here and being a part of the crew.
Dang, it's cold.
And this was not that long. It took us setting up.
It's not at all. Wow, you know me.
But I mean, it might not be piping. However, it's just right.
So yeah, before the video, Fritz asked if he could go to school, and I told him yes, but not right now because of coronavirus.
Oh yeah, we can't say it now, so I ain't gotta do that no more.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
So I told him what I said. I said, oh. I said, son, we really can't go anywhere. We're really not supposed to go anywhere. Even though we go to Special Mama's house, and sometimes you go to your grandma's house, we're really not supposed to. We're supposed to stay at home.
But it's just there'll be times where there are certain people who they self-quarantine as well, like we do. So
we do merge households.
Yep.
But him just standing there looking at me, yeah, he was like, okay. But just telling him that, it reminded me of those movies when the parents be telling the kid it's a disease outside, or airborne.
Yeah, you allergic to
the air or anything crazy to keep them inside. Like, ma'am. How long? Yes, how long you gonna say that? Cause you just don't understand. I'm just like, wow. It's crazy. What this?
Ooh.
That?
Ooh.
So we really didn't want butter sauce today. So that is some melted butter, lemon juice, some firecracker sauce, and then the broth from the crab leg. I put a little bit of that in there. Good.
How you do that?
Just making up stuff.
On me is spectacular.
Wait a minute, let me dip a meat in there.
I can't get you fast enough now. I was slow rolling that first.
Ooh.
I know even when we used to go to Joe's stuff, we ain't have to have no butter, nothing like that. So, told you.
That is oddly good.
I told you.
Whoa. Wasn't expecting that.
Told you.
I ain't got no words.
Cooking is one of your art forms.
It's cold too.
But it's almost like it's supposed to be that way though.
Yeah. It almost tastes like juice.
Yes.
Well,
for me, it tastes a little bit like a an Italian dressing, but
yeah,
with a more robust flavor.
Or kind of like that ginger dressing from
it's got a lot of
the Japanese places.
It's got a lot of different faces.
That
and I like them all.
was tasty.
Go Team Simple Butter. Ooh, and with making our own, like our own butter, we can do like, we can season the butter so that when you melt the butter, it has a little bit of seasoning already in it. So we can kind of flavor our stuff up. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, both of us have crazy stomachs. Babe was having issues before. She had her gallbladder removed. And myself, I've had a lot of issues following when my appendix ruptured back in 2012. And I went septic and I was hospitalized 6 months. So I've had really bad stomach problems since then. So dairy is hit and miss for us. And no cap, like the beef and butter and stuff like that, it's good and all, but I'm a type of person that I don't mind doing things myself. So a big part of the price tag on things is the manufacturing. So I already know how to make my own butter. Used to do it, so
we gotta do a video on that.
Yes, indeed, we do, boo.
We'll be up in here doing all kind of stuff, y'all.
So we do things kind of to make it not as bad on us, you know. That's why y'all don't see a lot of butter sauces for the most part, because it tear base stomach up, depending on the time of day. But you know how sometimes you really want something and you're like, oh well,
yeah,
I'm just gonna deal with it.
I definitely get like that.
But I do feel like once we
I'm gonna stop that though.
Me too. Got to. That's why I wanna start making the butter like top of the year at the latest. That way we can cook better in the mornings and stuff like that.
I know it's gonna be what's your New Year's resolution time. So what's your New Year's resolution? I don't even think I call it that no more.
I was gonna say, honestly, babe, I'm tired of New Year's resolution.
We already said that. I'm asking the fam though.
Oh.
We just always say,
let them in. I was gonna let them in.
we gonna do better next year, period. try our best.
Because we all know things.
To work on.
Yeah, regardless of whether you acknowledge it or not, we all have things that we lack in. So overall, I just want to increase and do things better as a person as a whole, to have authentic and full growth. Because I have 5 sons, 2 daughters, of which sounds like 2 are scrapping. So I'm probably finna go in there in just a second.
That is his new thing. Literally screaming. Hold on, y'all. So from here on, y'all, I gonna hear Dun screaming, but he is not in danger.
Yeah.
He's literally screaming. That's his new thing.
I think he feels like he's talking. And him screaming is, I know you heard what I said.
He's getting very demanding. That's why he's screaming too.
He said, babe, move over. He said, babe, move over. It's my time to run the show. Cause I gotta get mine. Cause Don Andel is coming right up on me. You done made a secret sauce for Rob. Yes, you hit. It tastes more like a ginger
like that dressing. Ginger dressing.
Yeah.
It's good though. Why we ain't getting no cracker? Cause I've been leaving my claws. Oh.
I didn't want to dirty up a dish.
I got it in there though.
With the small amount we had, I figured, you know what, it ain't gonna hurt me today.
You only got 3 claws.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Ooh.
Whoa!
You tried it.
It was almost out there, buddy.
That made me think about this scene in Sausage Party. Where the carrot jumped.
In the college.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck. Oh, don't you eat my kids? That movie is crazy.
You know, throughout the course of our relationship, we have seen a lot of movies come out.
Yeah.
A lot of good ones, a lot of crazy ones. Some pretty good movies that came out though. Pretty good series.
I think that's one of the things I am missing the most. Well, not the most, but that I'm missing a lot with the times. Because of course I miss, you know, like family gatherings and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But going to the movies.
Oh, I thought you were going to say TV being canceled too.
Oh, well, yeah, that too is sad. But going to the movie. Movies were slowing down though. What?
I thought I heard that.
Oh. Freeze. The kids had us playing the freeze shot. You gotta make sure up here.
Yeah, you got to pause. And then how we eat, and they ain't saying pause mute, and they still pause mute.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
2020 has been a roller coaster, but we made the best of it.
Yeah. There's been some pretty heavy things back to back.
I think we already talked about this before, but it was our whole year. That starting with what, February?
Mm-hmm. When we initially got sick with the viral crud.
Which I think was that stuff.
Yep. Before they were able to test
say
and
it was that stuff. But we was sick in February, so.
When they announced it, we really were like, oh yeah.
What in the world?
Cause I'm telling y'all, man, like, I was in the bed. I was telling grandma this. Cause I remember I was under a quilt, still cold and shaking.
And he don't get sick.
And nevertheless,
I'm talking about kissing the kids and everything. And don't get sick. I always get it.
I was about to say, I be straight daddy. They be snotting.
Yeah. You be straight.
So for me to be down there like that, like, not even able to cook.
If I'm going on.
Cause I know my body. And I've had the flu before. And that wasn't it.
We had the flu in February before that.
Yep. And that's
2019.
Yep. In Jesus' name, it's not gonna happen 2021.
And it's there.
I don't.
Because for one,
claim against it.
And two, we want to well.
Go ahead and break that. Go ahead and break that cycle. Now that I see it, because we'd already talked about it, but we never really proclaimed. Not this year.
Oh, I'm not that over. Not the sauce.
I was gonna say it's like the years for us. We haven't had a lot of things that really try to test us in a sense in our relationship. We had more so emotional and spiritual and mental things that have come along to try to cause bumps in the road. Like the myriad of losses that we've had in such close proximity to each other. And I'm talking about it like back to back. It's like it'll go from your side to my side, your side to my side.
I was trying not to use my pickle.
Oh, I'm going in.
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, I've been using mine the whole time.
I think I'm getting to be a professional.
Pickle. Well, go you, boo.
But not picker. Crab getter outer.
Crab retriever.
Yes.
That sounds too much like an animal. We're gonna now crab getter
Crab
outer.
retriever.
Yeah, crab getter outer.
I like crab retriever though. Retrieve the crab. It do sound like an animal, but still. That was funny.
You have been sent upon a mission to retrieve the long lost snow crab. Many don't know that Snow is actually a queen.
It's so crazy.
It's just her alias.
Y'all, I don't know how I'm gonna make it though.
What screen?
Yes. And you know what's so funny? They all do the same thing. Like
at the same time.
Yes. Because this time last year, that was Bae screaming. So now it's like, here we go again.
And I know somebody probably like, well, y'all ain't going in there, but at the same time, we got a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old who are able to tell us if something is actually wrong in their bedroom.
I already know what's wrong. I can hear it.
It's a toy.
Yes. He has to learn how to be Not a team player. Yeah. Team player. Yes.
You had to worry right on the head. A team player. You have to share. You can't always have something.
Because
right now they have a toy conglomerate. Like they have, oh, let me hit this camera.
Cause it's gonna go out.
Cause then I can go in there.
Hold on, y'all.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Whoa.
I ain't ate not one.
Cause your ass be focused on getting all the itty bitty crab out.
Shit, I mean.
You beat me. We should have a snow crab race. You ready?
Yeah.
What I was gonna say about Dun was we can't just be like, well, give it to him. Toy.
Because that'll spoil him and have him think that he's supposed to get everything when he wants it. And if he doesn't get it when he wants it, he can just throw a tantrum.
That was gross. Sorry, y'all. When I cracked on my mouth, a little spit came out. I'ma edit that out.
Spit happens.
I'ma edit that out. Why this line?
So tough.
Did you really just say spit happens?
Yeah.
I'm down with you.
I cannot wait to I can't wait till we're somewhere where we can get like giant, colossal snow.
Yeah. They kind of show that though. Look, they kind of big.
Well.
Okay, public that says, stop talking about me.
After that guy, you like, I ain't too impressed with him, so.
When?
You was like, these legs. But that boy look kind of, well, at least be able to get them this size on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
There'll be like 1 or 2 of those in the batch.
Ooh. What kind of noise was that?
Food.
Almost sounds like a dog.
Nurse. Yeah.
That broth good though.
I told you.
Seafood juice.
You stay hitting it up.
I
had to forget we had sausage, fam.
And that made me feel bad because I was eating a lot of sausages. You remember that sausage commercial? Daddy, you want some sausage? Daddy, you want some sausages? When I pull it up,
I'll probably know it when I see it, but it does not sound familiar.
When you say sausage, it made me think about it. He had sausages tied on his fingers.
That is how amazing the human mind is.
But they was hot dogs. Why people call hot dogs sausages? I guess they are.
If it's beef, especially.
If you remember that commercial, please tell me. I'm not done.
That's how the human mind works, though. Like we can both hear the same word, have 10 members apiece, but they all be completely different memories.
Why I feel like we haven't had no muscles all year?
We about have it. You ain't been with them.
Oh, I think when I was pregnant. Yeah. It was enough for me.
You cut a lot of stuff off when you get pregnant, though.
And why I feel like I don't go back. Like it be ruined.
Yeah. Sometimes they want them to be in a good thing, though, as far as, because I know sometimes I can, when I get a taste spoil for something and I don't go back, sometimes it's stuff I don't need no way, so it'd be a blessing in disguise.
The McRib, your spoiled taste.
Boy.
It's so funny. It's not funny.
It is.
But, yeah. That's a story for another day.
When we make them.
And tell the story.
Because P and Rayshawn cooked some already.
They did. In a way I wasn't thinking about too.
You talking about forming your own patty like that? Making a square instead of round. I mean rectangle instead of round.
Well, it's in the meat they use instead of using the rib.
Oh.
The short rib, what I was talking about. Short rib? Not short rib.
Yeah.
Spare rib.
Oh, yes, spare.
Y'all.
Is it? I think because of how you can get the short ribs cut, we're both thinking short also. Because you can get the short ribs cut the thin way too, and take the small bone out. Or you can get the spare ribs the long way. I think that's why you thinking about the short ribs, because we be getting them cut thin. And they look long. They look long flat like that. So I think that might be why you're thinking short ribs.
Whichever one.
It's you mentioned taking the bone out already, so it's more than likely going to be the spare rib. Like take the bone out, so you got a rectangular patty. Because with the short ribs, with the short, it'll be too thin. You'll have to use multiple pieces with the short ribs.
You don't do it long like that.
Short ribs are just misleading because they come from the short plate in the cow, but ain't nothing short about them.
Ooh. Man.
Tricky.
He's playing.
What's that JB Smooth from Real Husband Hollywood? Gotcha, sucker. Trick.
I was gonna say who, but when you said that, I didn't know who you're talking about.
And you hear a little pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Hey, fella. He peeping around the corner. He went back to report. They see me, they see me. I figured he probably just wanted the door open, so he can run out, so he can have I can go out there if I want to go out there. But I'm staying here because I want to stay in here. Because how you come out, people around the corner like a little creep. Yep. People around the corner like a little creep going back in the room. Hey, parents.
I knew nothing was not wrong with him.
I just didn't want him busting their eardrums. Or, you know, agitating some people.
They just gonna sit there and eat and let the baby cry.
He wasn't crying, he was whining. There's a difference.
That wasn't even, was it whining?
That's just his variation. Everyone whines differently. Look at Keith Sweat.
Why did you just disrespect that man like that on national TV?
Everybody know Keith Sweat whine.
I'm weak.
His singing style is whining. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody whine differently though. If you made it this far, comment down below. Do you feel like Key Sweat whines when he sings?
Yes or no? I knew that. But I didn't think you was gonna say that in front of the whole wide world.
We're gonna have to talk about that next video. A video speaking a fact versus talking about somebody. Because there are some words to me that have a negative connotation that people don't even take negatively.
I'm saving that for APP Fritz.
I'll give him a couple pieces of mine too then. I thought he'd been full. Thought he'd been full.
Who, him? Mm-hmm. Something from breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
He can probably eat later.
That boy gonna be a king crab.
Yeah, he is. Which we finna go get. And I wanna make the video too long. That was a good idea though. Very simple, very easy. It could use some onions.
Quick butter sauce.
Very quick. But you probably have to make sure you season your water. That about what made it pop, 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 pop. Seasoned water.
There it was. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to experience it.
Okay. Why are you dipping that rice in there like that? It's that corn. Do you, boo boo? Do you? I'm on your plate.
It's our plate right now.
Mind your business. No, that was yours. No, that was yours.
The bite was mine. The plate is ours.
Yeah. I felt like I had a claw.
There go Claw right
I
there.
think I ate it. No, I remember I put it in my trash pile to put it down. I'm trying to make sure I ate it. Oh, excuse me. Because that's a good piece. Hey, feeling.
Well, the camera is about to die, fam. So,
it is.
Sadly, we have come to a point in the video
They must
where
let y'all go.
So, until
next video.
love you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Leave that life for someone else to emulate. Because you never know what your kind words and gestures could do for the next person's day. Period. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you can turn the light off.